scene here and let Alan proceed. Have a great day.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And welcome everybody. Yeah, please. This kind of came together relative last minute. So if there's questions, if there's something that you all want to chat about, and as we've talked in meetings in the past, guys, all financial issues are fair game. So if there's something you have a question on, please ask. I know some of this stuff can get personal, so if there's things that you want to address one-on-one, we're also available for that. We guys are just a resource for the Haas's team to be able to make good and informed decisions. And heading into the end of the year, and don't want to sound like an old geezer, but it's like, holy smokes, how did it get to be December already? But we are here. We wanted to kind of just lay out some topics, some things that that you guys may be wanting to look at going into the new year and throughout 2025. So again, just a real quick recap of the 401k, and also, guys, if you have any direct reports or other teammates that aren't on this call that have questions, please let us know. We are available to assist. We know this stuff typically isn't fun, isn't what we want to do all day, but it's hugely important. And the decisions we make definitely have long-term implications. So again, just quick recap on the 401k. We have the ability to stash a fair amount of money away each and every year. For next year, that's ticked up a little bit. So the max that each of us can put in for 2025 is now $23,500. If we're over age 50, there is also the catch-up provision that allows us to put an additional 7,500 in. Again, I put those numbers out because we need to relay those, but that's not what most folks are doing inside of 401ks. It's a much smaller amount of money over an extended period of time to allow us to accumulate our nest egg to replace the paychecks when we're retired or semi-retired. The only, not the only, but one of the other things I'll mention is we do have both the traditional 401k contributions, which are pre-tax. So before us Pennsylvania residents, before we pay federal taxes, we get to stash money inside of the 401k again before we pay those taxes. As PA residents, we pay our PA taxes. That money then goes in, but we don't pay the PA taxes when we go out. If we have any Ohio, West Virginia, any other state residents, your pre-tax traditional is pre-tax for state and federal. That's enough of the tax talk. But we do also have the Roth provision that allows us to put money in after we've paid both federal and state taxes. That money continues to grow and accumulate for us, tax deferred. And the big advantage to the Roth contribution is, provided we have money in there for longer than 5 years and we reach the magic retirement age for the IRS of 59 and a half, all of our earnings come out income tax free. You have the ability to put some money into both of those buckets. Again, if you have any questions about the tax side of it, give us a holler, let us know. We'll help you on your individual basis. And again, the key thing to know about the 401k, guys, is this is money that we're accumulating to replace that paycheck down the road. Once you do hit retirement, that's your bucket of money. You have complete control over that. And when that comes out, you can pull a little bit each month, a little bit each quarter. You can set that up on an automatic basis. Key thing to remember, it is yours. Heading into a new year, we always suggest folks, and this is kind of where shift over to the financial planning side of it, if you will, take stock of where you are. If you're able to put additional monies in, now would be a good time to go ahead and do that. Guys, we get it. There's cars and bills, and we're obviously all facing inflation here the past couple of years. But if you're able to bump that up a little bit, that all helps. Again, the whole concept 401k is a little bit out of each pay goes in. Take advantage of employer contributions. You then accumulate this nest egg. So we definitely suggest at heading into a new year, if you're able to bump that up, definitely go ahead and do it. And even those 1 or 2% increases all count. It all adds up for you. So that's the first note that we have on that. Some of the topics, I'll give a try and see if I can share this screen just so you can see. I'm going to just pull up part of the website. All right. All right. Yep, it looks like I am sharing the screen. So we definitely encourage everybody, if you've not gone out to the website and done some rooting around, definitely please do that. Obviously, you can manage your finances, your investments out there on a day-to-day basis. Obviously, when you log in today, it's as of market close yesterday, so you get a real quick, easy snapshot of what's going on. If you do want to make changes to your investments, you can do it right there. I happen to be doing this on a laptop, but you can do this from your iPads as well as your smartphones, Android and Apple alike. All of the functionality is there. We definitely encourage everyone to do that. Take a look. We have view access to your accounts, so we're not able to move anyone's monies around for them. But if you would like us to review, take a peek at, and give you thoughts and guidance, we're definitely available to do that. If you're looking to make changes and you're not comfortable doing it online, we can call into the John Hancock Center with you and initiate those trades. So again, you're not on your own on all of this. We're here as a resource to help you. But as the screen shows, there's also some really neat resources that John Hancock has available for us out there. Help with financial literacy. So if the folks are throwing stuff at you that you may not be familiar with, these are little webinars, little web vignettes that you can launch and watch at your own. They do a very good job, guys, of taking what can be a little bit of complex topics and putting them in good and easy and understandable terms. If you have folks, or maybe yourself, if you're struggling with some budget stuff, again, we've talked about with the inflation and the impact it's having on it. Your personal finance organizer here is an excellent budgeting tool that gives you some thoughts and guidance on how you might want to address that. If you're a parent and you're looking at college for kids, there's some very nice resources out there to assist you with assistance on what financial resources are available out there. And then a very, very key hot button that has popped up, and this dates back to the miserable COVID years as well, is emergency savings. So how to go about structuring budgets to be able to stash some money aside for those inevitable emergencies you're going to have, a house repair, an auto repair, and do that still in conjunction with what's going on inside of your 401k. Those tools are definitely out there and available for you. Please take advantage of them. If anyone would like to do a deeper dive, again, please reach out. Everyone's got our contact information, but we can assist you with those things as well. Anytime we get an opportunity, guys, to talk to participants, we always strongly encourage to remind everybody, please, please, please keep your beneficiary forms up to date. So 401k assets are transferred at our demise, should something happen to us, via a beneficiary form. If we have wills and trusts and all that stuff set up, it doesn't matter. The assets will transfer via beneficiary form. Obviously, if something happens to you, it's too late to make those changes. Unfortunately, we've been involved in some scenarios where we know there was participants wanted to direct their 401k account balances somewhere else, but because they hadn't updated it, that's another feature that you can update and keep current via the website. By quick review, guys, if we're married, our spouse, the courts view 401k assets as joint property. So our spouse, if we're married, is our primary beneficiary for 100% of our account balance. Now we can name a contingent beneficiary. So God forbid something should happen to both myself and my spouse. Where do we direct those monies? Contingent beneficiaries, you can name anybody that you like. That could be siblings, kids, anybody, best friends. You have complete control over that. And you can update again this at any time. So if marital statuses change, please be sure to update all of your accounts that pass via beneficiary. That would be your 401k. If you have outside IRAs, Roth or traditional, and life insurance, all of those assets transfer via beneficiary forms. So just again, anytime we get the chance to talk to participants, we remind them, please be sure to keep those up to date. If you are not married, you can name anybody that you want to be your beneficiary, and that's entirely up to you. A note, if you're married, you can name somebody other than your spouse as your beneficiary. There's a lot of legit reasons for that. Perhaps it's a second marriage and you have kids that you want to get those assets to. You absolutely can do that. You just have to have that your spouse sign off on that, and that does need to be notarized. So you can name somebody other than a spouse, but that's one that we have to have notarized and entered into the system. I'll take a brief pause there, see if anyone has any questions on this. If there's anything I'm covering that you'd like to go a little deeper on. Okay. And we thought we might touch a little bit on the markets, the market conditions. We've obviously just come off of an election season that was to be kind, was a bizarro election season, but fortunately it was decided without having to go through protracted legal battles and all of the rest of that. And I say fortunate because stock market doesn't like that. They don't like uncertainty. And so the fact that we know there's a new administration coming in next month, the markets have reacted pretty well. For those you that are in the plan, you obviously have your 1231 statements coming up here real soon. We had a very, very strong stock market this year. So all of you should be pretty happy with what's going on, for your accounts in 2024. Our thoughts, and I preface this by saying our crystal ball is as cloudy as everybody else's, but we tend to think that it should be a decent year next year. We've come off of some earnings reports that have come out from the technology companies. The big one is NVIDIA. Here in the recent days that are all pretty strong. So that bodes well for what we think to be a decent year in 2025. Is it going to be a record 20% up in the year? Probably not, guys. Markets don't just go up, in a straight line. They tend to bounce around over time. But if you did have some cash sitting on the sidelines inside of your 401k account or others, definitely time to maybe take some baby steps to get that back into the market. Again, guys, any individual questions on that, you can give us a call and we can speak more specifically to your account. But we do expect it to be a decent year next year. One of the big things that's still kind of hanging over the market are interest rates. Beginning of 24, everybody was literally suggesting there was going to be 8 or 10 rate decreases. We did not see that. We've seen 2 so far. The Federal Reserve meets again next week. We expect them to drop another 25 basis points, which we think is factored into the market. So again, we're not looking for any nasty surprises beginning of the year relative to interest rates, inflation, or the election season that we've just come off of. So for those of you that are continuing to put money into the plan, continue to do that. Throw one buzzword at you here. The way we save in 401ks is through what we call a dollar cost averaging program. Each and every paycheck, we have basically the same dollar amount that goes into your 401k account. It's going to buy a dollar amount of the mutual funds that you're invested in. If the markets are up that month, you're going to buy a fewer number of shares. If it's down, you're going to buy a more of those shares. Over time, we're averaging out our costs into our investments. That's a very conservative way to invest over time, because we said these markets are going to have bumps as we go along. We don't know when those are. We only half jokingly said, if I knew exactly where the stock market was going, I wouldn't be on this call today. I'd be dialing in from my very expensive boat somewhere in the Caribbean. Because we don't know that, we take a systematic approach to this investing, again, a little bit over time. What we as savers need to do is just kind of take a peek. Am I okay if I've had some bumps? And for those of you that have been in the plan for a little bit, the end of 22 was a very rocky year. We definitely had some middle bumps or midterm bumps throughout 2023. 24 has been a very good year. If those are giving you some heartburn, or if you go online and you look at your account and it gives you concern, we can chat about that and perhaps dial back your risk and your overall allocation. But if you're overall comfy with where you are, again, our cloudy crystal ball says continue to do that through 2025 and into the out years. I didn't have a whole lot of other stuff unless there were individual questions, and it can be about anything, guys. It could be financial planning stuff, your investments, anything that that's popping up out there is fair game. Got it. Okay, I'm not seeing any hands or any questions. Again, please, guys, if there's individual questions that you're not comfy doing in a group setting, and we completely get that, reach out to us. We are helpful, or will help with anything. Again, if this is questions perhaps your spouse has over their stuff, all of that is fair game. There's no cost for that. We're just a resource to help us make as best informed decisions we can make on this super important important topic. Awesome. Got it. I'm not seeing anything else, so I'll go ahead and drop off. I wasn't the organizer, so I'm not able to close down the meeting.
I'm here, Alan. I can do
oh,
that
there you
for
are.
you.
Hey, thanks, Pamela. I wasn't sure. Pamela, if you get any feedback, if anyone doesn't have my contact info, please let us know, and we'll help any way we can.
I appreciate it very much. Have a Merry Christmas, and anybody who needs anything, if you do need any information, just email me and we'll get them to you, Alan.
Awesome. Merry Christmas, guys. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye, guys.